Good evening all, how are we all doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Why is my PlayStation feed not working? Let me check that out. Will that fix it? Oh my god, the whole stream's already crashed. Oh, what a horrendous start. What a horrendous start. Try again. Try again. There we go. Oh, man. Hey. There we go. That's a little bit dodgy, isn't it? Is the gameplay going to work? Yes, it is. We're back. What a nightmare. Right. Okay. Welcome along, everybody. Hope we're all doing good. This week, I'm hoping for some good results. Now, we're a little bit quicker than we normally would be. Why is that, I hear you ask? Well, as Bill says in the chat on Sammy's stream, we've been getting a little bit of coaching from Sammy. Let me just close that off there. There we go. Grandad, how we doing? Hope we're all well. Bill as well. And James as well. James has come in to no doubt slag me off. Yeah, novice. Yeah, you wouldn't think that I've been doing this for 5 years. Yeah, we had a little bit of coaching. Sammy dropped me a message the other day and said, would you fancy doing a video where we can basically see if we can get you to be a little bit quicker, and we'll record it for some content. And we did just that, and safe to say I'm now officially a quicker driver. It is just that simple. So we are not going to set any quick lap times now. I've already gone and done that. We've set a 43.7, which ain't too bad, let me tell you. But we're going to now, before we go into the race, do a little bit of practice on the hard tyres. So I was up bright and early this morning to do some qualifying times. And that is where we've gotten ourselves the 43.7, which this morning was actually quicker than Sammy, but only by literally 100th, or 12 thousandths to be precise. And then just as we went and beat the benchmark that Sammy set for us, he went and improved that by 3 or 4 tenths, and there is no way I'm going to be that quick. So where we're at is pretty much the quality time that we'll no doubt have for the rest of the night. I'm now going to have to try and get used to and figure out the hard tyres, because we have to use both in the race, and we can see that the hard tyre there does not like to grip, or at least doesn't want to do as much as you would want it to, even though you know it's got way less grip than the soft tyre, which is the fun part of this race as well. So we've got racing hard and then racing soft. Now normally you would have soft and medium, or medium then hard, and the jump between the two compounds always makes for unbelievably good racing sessions and races, because it means that people are closing up way quicker than two other tyre compounds, basically. And if we've got quite high tyre wear in there as well, might make it even more interesting. So let's get one more lap in is what we'll get. Hards get better with temperature, good to know. I don't know what the tyre wear is actually at. It's I should have checked that, but I've been too busy mucking about doing quali times. So I don't know if it's a case of just doing one lap on the hard tyre, or if you have to run it into halfway through the race. It'll be great if you have to. So we'll figure it all out. Time's 5. Ooh, right, okay then. So we'll not get that many laps on the soft then. But yeah, I think this could be a really good race tonight, and a really good combo, definitely, and hopefully we can have some good races and good results. Now, we're edging towards, we're not too far off A+, and if we did get ourselves I think we'd need to manage quite a few race wins, but if we did manage them, I think we could be there. So, do you reckon we can do it? Vote in the poll, yes or no. You've got to die on one side of the, what's the saying? Die on the sword. I'm not putting a I don't know option in there. You have to go with yes or no. This is one of the corners that I was actually really it was really annoying me, this final sector, because when I was doing quali this morning, I got really good at turn at the first sector, and I got really good at the chicane, and I was quite bad in the last sector, or that was where I was losing most of my time. And then the better I got in the final sector, I was finding that the more time I was losing at the start. So I just couldn't string a really, really good lap together. But I did, the odd time, manage to get something going, which is where we got the 43.7. And I was quite consistent, high 43s, but yeah, it took me a long, long time and a lot of laps to get to the to that time that I've got now. So I don't see myself improving that much, if at all. Right, there we go then. So we're in with the A pluses, that is for sure. We're in with the A pluses. Now, this morning when we were setting the lap times, I got my highest rank in the entire world was 27. I've got a screenshot for it and everything. So I was really, really happy with that. And yeah, we were quite consistently in that 43s, 43.8, 43.7, mid 7, high 7. And then the more that I was pushing, I was losing time in the earlier sectors, and I was gaining it back in the later sectors. And if I just managed to get it all together, but I did about 50 or 60 laps this morning, and then did God knows how many laps with Sammy yesterday as well. So I know this track quite well by now, safe to say. But yeah, this morning we were rank 27 in the whole world. Northern boys can do anything. Lawrence, how are we doing? Thank you for that, and welcome along. Welcome, welcome. I don't think that I've seen you in the chat before, so welcome to the channel. Thank you for joining us. If you have been in the chat and I've missed you, then my apologies. But I think a big old welcome is what we're giving you. So we are going. I'm going +5 brake balance for this car, trying to manage tyre wear, I guess. Now, Grandad did put in the chat there 6 on the hards, 5 on the soft. I'm going to take Grandad's word for it. That is what we're going to go for. 6 on the hard tyres, 5 on the soft. We've already got one person trying to start from the back of the grid. And I need to remind myself, we are starting on the hard tyres. So take it easy. Right, let's see how we get on then. A little bit of contact from behind there. We're still all good. I think this is also what makes it interesting, because the guys behind, I get the impression this guy right behind us here is on the soft tyres. He's closing massively in the braking zone. And he's closing quite a bit on exit. Oh, P2 might have a penalty there, if we're lucky. Yeah, he does. There we go. Penalty for P2. Pit at the end of lap 6 or 7. Fair enough. So coming off the hard tyres, lap 6 or 7. Oh, look at that. P1 is all over the shop. Oh, if P3's had to deal with that there as well, that would explain why he's gone. That is a disaster, isn't it? Look at that. P2 now serving a penalty. We've ended up being gifted the podium. I don't know if anyone did actually crash there, if that is just a complete lag. He's definitely crashed though. And I'll not laugh too much because we will definitely do that at some point in this stream. I am sure of that. Right, I'm going to struggle to reel in the race leader here. Oh my God, I'm sliding everywhere here. Sliding absolutely everywhere here. Right. Swiss driver serving a penalty. Spaniard behind us. Losing a lot of time to the race leader there, but if we can get ourselves a podium, I think for me that's what we want to be aiming for. hard tyres around here, though, are not nice at all. Not nice at all. I was aware that the Spaniard was almost within reaching distance of the move there. I probably closed him in. Maybe so. If I had looked at my radar earlier, there's a chance I might have turned away from the apex there. It was very last minute that I seen him. You changed the wall paint, Sammy. Stu, how are we doing, buddy? Hope we're all good. This week's dailies, Nürburgring Endurance. I think it is reverse layout again for Daily Race B, which is weird because that literally was last week's race. Unless there's some weird glitch and it hadn't updated this morning, but Daily Race C, which is what we're on now, Watkins Glen, Group 3, 11 laps, racing hard and racing soft tyres. Oh, it's Deep Forest. Oh, well, that's interesting. So, genuinely, when I went on this morning, I should have took a screenshot of it. Daily Race B was still showing as Nürburgring. But I think they updated 7:30, so maybe it still had another 10 minutes before that one finished. Because I was on first thing this morning, bright and early, after the session with Sammy yesterday. We said we'd get on as early as I could this morning to let him know how we got on, putting everything into practice. Right, we're heading on for lap 6 now then. So should we pit at the end of this lap? Is that what we're saying? Or do we think that we go one more, starting on the hard tyres? What do we reckon? Do what P1 does. Well, I don't know if he's starting on the hard tyres or if he's on the softs, though. This is the thing. Because common sense would tell you not to start on the hard tyres if you're at the front. But he must have been, if he does start on the hard, he'll be feeling confident. Right, let's just go in now. He's gone one more, so he maybe is on the hard tyres then, probably. Let's just go in now. Lauren's saying one more lap. I feel like if we go in earlier, then at least we know if the tyres won't stretch, rather than pitting too late and then wondering, oh, could we have got another lap on the soft tyres? Grandad saying in. 6 laps on the softs, no way. We're about to find out. We're about to find out. Oh, would have been great if we just managed to had a bit. If we were a little bit more fortunate with the timing there, we could have had a slipstream from Wizard. yeah, tyre saving in this thing's not going to be the easiest. But that said, it might mean that we could get, not necessarily an undercut, but be a lot closer to the leader. There you go, yeah, so he has started on the hards. That's probably going to have a penalty there, I would have thought, for cutting track limits. Right, race leader comes out on the softs now. There he is there. Right, can we close to him here? Because he's going to have a slower exit. Right, we've gained about a second to him on the undercut. Oh, this guy is very quick out front here. Remember, the podium's what we're aiming for in this one. Oh, I'm just going to be too wide there. Oh, way too much speed. Way too much speed. Way too much speed. Penalty. Yeah. Could have seen that happening, couldn't we? I might end up taking the rap for that one. I'm not too sure. Maybe just review that one after if we think on. Thinking about it in the moment right now, though, it probably was my fault, I think, because he couldn't just disappear, put it that way. Whether he was alongside enough or not at the point of hitting the brakes. He can't just disappear. I see, super cautious into turn one there now. scrubbing off too much speed. Yeah, barely room for one car to go through the corner. I seen that he'd pulled to go to the inside, but I just thought if I just be as late as possible on the brakes, he might back out of it, but I shouldn't have done that, really. I should have probably just let him go. I knew I had the penalty. And he obviously is a lot quicker than me, although he's going to have a penalty himself here now. Front left does not want to play a ball here. I think we'll just about get one more lap out of them. Oh, nah, too tight on the, made that angle way too tight there. Yeah, not quite got the pace of this guy in front, but I tell you what, we'll take P3, won't we? 7 seconds off the lead. As far as it goes, it's not the end of the world, that is it. Not too bad, not too bad. Yeah, top 3, positive DR, absolutely. If you no longer go for a gap, well, this is it. Daniel Ricciardo summed up, he was asked, what is the perfect overtake? And he said the perfect overtake is obviously getting in front of your opponent and costing yourself the least amount of time while potentially costing them the most amount of time. So that's the definition of the perfect overtake, and whether or not going for a gap is worth it. You like the Lexus more for setting a time? Interesting. I mean, the BMW I do really like, but I've had no choice but to get used to it. I've done like 60 laps, so I've had no choice but to get used to the BMW and learn, yeah, what's the way to go with it, you know. Right, luckily enough, we can actually save that replay as well. The game isn't crashing, which is good. Right, well, we jump straight back in then, and we'll try and do a bit of... we might try and do a little bit of quality improvement. How interesting is this, though? We were 27 in the world this morning, and then we've got quite a few more people that have jumped in and are improving their time. But I tell you what, I'm never normally anywhere near 1 second of the top, like the #1 time. And we're 1.2 there, which is way closer than I would normally be. So I'm still pretty happy with that, that's for sure. Just can't get the M6 to behave. I do find driving it on the hard tyres feels very sketchy. I don't feel like I've got much trust in it. But on the soft tyres, not bad. Not bad at all. Even with a couple of slides, sort of easy enough to catch. Easier said than done, though, a lot of the time. Right, we're going to get in then 2 laps here. So get your guesses in on what our lap time will be in this quali session. A 1:43.726 is our fastest, which we set earlier this morning. I don't think that I'll get anywhere near close to that. I need to settle back into this, I think. Not the worst start in the world, that, though. Well, definitely a bit of time lost there, that's for sure. Trinity Shepherd, how are we doing? Hello, mate. Hope you're well. I am very well, thank you, buddy. Hope you are as well. What does the next bit say? Have you raced yet? It is stacked today. Well, we've done just one race, literally just now, up on the stream, and then I was on earlier this morning to try and get a load of quali practice in. But that one that I've just done right now was the first race. Carry about 105 through there, but I'm struggling to manage, to be honest. We've just actually improved our quali time. That's mad. At the start, I said, oh, I don't think I'll get anywhere near that. And there we go. We've improved it even more. 43.683. Up by about half a tenth. For me there, I think I've genuinely gained that by driving on the hard tyres, and you realise just how much more grip and confidence that you have in the soft tyres once you've done a couple of laps on the hards. Damn it. Damn it. Oh, no, you gotta be kidding. You gotta be kidding. That would have been track limit penalty there. I'll just restart just so that we can see if we can finish another full lap. Brake balance all the way to the rear. To be honest, generally most cars, even the ones that typically favour brake balance to the front, I'll normally go to the rear, but this kind of car, all the weight's right at the front. Big heavy car, big heavy engine. And so the brake balance to the rear just helps balance it out a little bit and try and keep the car a little bit more settled. Bit easier to retain front end grip. Oh. Right, P5, oh, not again. P5, Calster there in P2 as well. So we got two that are in the 42s. And then we're just behind these guys. 10th off these guys here. Right, we're going to start on the hard tyres again then. Exactly the same again. Oh, no, my God. Auto correction, auto predictors done me over there. Live on YouTube. Bosh. Rightio. Helps with turning if you trail brake. Well, I still struggle with trail braking on this game. It doesn't quite feel as accurate or as I think that it maybe should be. I was talking to Sammy about this yesterday, where sometimes, say you're trying to hit a corner apex at 90, and you're braking and turning. Sometimes you could be doing 95, and yet the car will turn more if you just take the foot off the brakes altogether. It's a little bit exaggerated, I think, the physics there in how much that you lose. But putting the brake balance to the rear does make it a little bit easier for trail braking, definitely, because then you've got the fronts are still free for steering input. Right, here we go then. See what we can do from P5. Try and aim for a podium again if we can. There's someone gone. We're going to nip in front there. We're going to have P4. We're going to be able to get our foot down nice and early there as well. Right, trying to stay on the back of these guys as best as we can. I will read that properly, probably at the end of the race, Bill, there, around about the steering input and trail braking. I might be able to learn something from that. 2.1 here. I'm only just staying in range here because I'm in slipstream range, really. Definitely losing to them in the corners. Nice. Come on. There we go. Penalty for the Frenchman. Just going to say I'll be lucky if I'm able to hold that one round the outside. Oh, he's hit the wall. Oh, perfectly timed for us. We just managed to dodge around. And we're going to have P2 in front of us here. Can we get a good enough slipstream? To try and close a little bit. He might have a penalty there as well. He might have a penalty. You'll be really unlucky if he does get one, but I think you might. No, he's managed without. The launch that this guy's got. Yeah, whoa, that's almost pushing us off that, I would say. Not much space left there, was there? And he's got himself a penalty, and we've now lost, though, the very close gap that we had to P2. I desperately need to try and catch up to P2 now. Catch back up to him, I should say, really. We've lost a bit of time there through a bit of scrapping. .2 is the gap to him. He's also the one that set fastest lap, actually. Come on. Penalty. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. Yeah. 2 penalties. Damn it. Benny, how we doing? Hi mate, how's it been going? Well, it was going well. You tuned in at the right time there, just as we clocked ourselves 2 penalties for for cutting the chicane in the same lap. So it could be going better. There's no doubt about that. We're about to lose so much time here. We are about to lose so much time. Oh, that penalty's an absolute killer. Down to P6 now. Right, gonna have to work with lappies here. Oh. Oh God, nearly went into him. Almost. Yeah, pit lanes are not a nice experience. That's for sure. There's some tricky pit entries that always trip me up. Brands Hatch is another one, and Road Atlanta can sometimes be a bit of a killer. Oosh. I noticed him very late there, this chap in P6. I've kind of gone backwards in this lobby. Making sure I was the last one on the brakes there, no matter what. I was making sure I was the last one on the brakes there. Right, I'm going to pit at the end of the next lap for this one. What do we reckon? What rating am I currently on? I am A at the moment, not far off A+, but I sometimes have some very good results, get close to A+, and then drop off, or I do get to A+, and then also drop off. So we're hoping to get back there. We might get back there tonight. If all of our results were top threes and potentially a race win, I think we could potentially do it. Right, I'm going to go in the pits this lap. No, I'm not, because I already cut the pit lines there. I don't want a 3-second penalty. I don't want a 3-second penalty. I'm just going to have to go again and accept that I've lost a little bit more time. But it's probably less than I'd lose doing a 3-second penalty, unfortunately. That is just the way it is, but we will have to absolutely rag the soft tyres to bits when we get onto them and try and make the most of them. I just knew, I wasn't sure on my braking point just with having that car in front, and I didn't want to lift too early. And yeah, by that point I'd then broke too late, and I knew my front left had gone over. So rather than get the penalty, well, I am leading, exactly. Take a screenshot now and this race is going alright, isn't it? But are we winning? We're not, Sammy, I'm afraid. We are not. I hope we're all well, buddy. And a massive thank you again, because we do have much better pace than we would have done. But I'm having to go one more lap because I ballsed up the pit entry. So rather than get a penalty, I'm going to have to go one more lap. Right, onto the soft tyres. It's a lap too late. Old lead foot. Well, this is the problem. I can't get rid of it. But I tell you what though, Sammy, I've got the screenshot. We were 27 in the world at one point, and then I've came on tonight and we're 256. Right. We're going to end up with a bit of traffic here as well. Look at the state of the... Oh, no! No! Oh, you've got to be kidding. All of that time lost. Look at this. Now we're down to P11. We were P5. That is what one extra lap has done. Oh, this guy I was just about to let through, but then he's lobbed it into the wall instead. That might be track limits, that's right on the... Ah, no! Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Yeah, Daily C's been stacked all day. Yeah. I didn't think that I would be that far down. Oh, this is horrendous now. We were on track for a podium. Would you believe? And now we're P13 and 20 seconds off the lead. Not going to manage to get through much traffic in 2 laps, I don't think. I tell you what though, Sammy, after a load of laps today and getting used to it a little bit more, the biggest thing for me now is that 80 to 90% throttle trick. I'm still not like fully locked in, but I'm noticing that I'm getting a little bit better with it, so it's given me the ability to be down in the lower gears on the exit of some corners, which is only a good thing. These guys going side by side might be a good thing. Or are we going to have to avoid a bit of carnage? Yes, we are. In the wrong gear for a start. Look at that massive group of cars up ahead there. That just shows the difference. One slow lap extra. Oops, sorry, buddy. One extra slow lap that we've had on the hard tyres. Could have been the difference between... I think that is up to the top 6 there, I think. That does look like that's a group of 6 cars. I might be wrong. Hey, dear. Typical Affinity stream. Yeah, not far off. Only 2 races in. I am going to say it. I haven't actually binned it yet. No! No! You've got to be kidding. What was he doing? What was he doing there? What was the point in that? Come on. He must have knew what I was about to say, and he thought, I tell you what, I'll give the lad a YouTube short, because Christ, you could not have had any better or worse, depending how you look at it, timing than that. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. That is hilarious. Impeccable, impeccable timing, exactly. That is a short, surely. Absolutely, it has to be. If there's anything good going to come out of this race, it's that we got one poxy YouTube short. Clip farming. Unbelievable. I don't even know what he's done there. If he's like hit, I don't know what he's done. I don't know why he would just stop the way that he did. He couldn't have hit the wall. Surely it wouldn't have slowed you down that much, even if you did. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Well, at least we have a laugh. At least we have a laugh. Oh, that's so annoying. Well, there's our DR down the pan for that race, isn't it? All the good work of race number 1 undone by race number 2. Let's just have a quick look there. I am curious now. Benny saying, time for you to jump in. Well, he's saying time for me, but I'm reading that as time for you because I'm talking about him. So time for him to jump in. Though my rating's a lot lower. Well, we'll not be far behind you then. If we keep on racing like that, we'll end up in the same lobby. That's the main thing. I had fun. Well, maybe I wouldn't actually go that far. I don't quite know if I enjoyed that one. What on earth was... It was this guy here, isn't it? In the Porsche. What was he doing? He's literally just slowed down. Why would you do that? On the racing line, he's just literally lifting for the crack. Why, bro? Why? Why would you do that? Really? Why would you do that? We got absolutely blindsided by that because we had this guy in front doing the slipstream. We were never seeing that. We were never going to see that. That's hilarious. Yeah, maybe he was on pause. Although it would auto drive, I don't know why it's done that. It's just completely lifted and stopped altogether. Absolutely wild. Absolutely wild. Right, let's go again. Predictions in then. Because auto drive is drunk 24/7, yeah. It's not the best. Right, predictions in. What do you think our fastest lap will be? Our quali time, well, not our quali time, but our lap in purple in this quali session. Predictions in. We've got a 43.683. Now, I said it in the last one, I definitely don't think that I'll be beating that. And then I went and beat it by half a tenth, but that one I definitely don't think I'll be beating. But then again, right, we should get 2 laps here. Scrubbing off a bit too much speed there. Come off on the brakes a bit, either a bit too early or a bit too much there, actually. Oh, mucked that up as well. It's alright though, the next lap will be better. I think I need to brake a bit later there because I'm getting slowed down way too quickly going up the hill. And then it's putting me on the apex too early. We'll pretend we didn't hit the wall. Yeah, well off the pace for that one. Half a second slower, actually. Right, let's go. Come on. Right, predictions in. What's this lap going to be at the end of this? Hopefully it's a lap in purple. What will this one be? Remember, if you get it correct and you get all 3 decimal places correct, you get it absolutely exact. Free t-shirt from the merch store. Links in the description. Shut your eyes for the bus stop. Nice! Good corner. Right, there we go. That was a good example there, actually, of one of the things that I did work on with Sammy, or that he noticed straight away, was my inability to control the throttle pedal. In the sense that it is either at 0% or 100%. So one of the things that we worked on straight away was learning how to do like 80 to 90% throttle input on the exit of a corner so that I don't spin it like a complete moron. Oh, I was too busy actually looking at the time there to hit the corner. Good stuff. Well, we're a 10th off on that one, but we're pretty consistent now in that sort of high-ish 43. So not doing too bad. Oh, Grandad, you were close. 47.320. I read out a completely different number to what was on the screen there. I got the numbers mixed up. 43.720, not 47.3. 43.7. Your inability to control the gas pedal is known. Well known. Yeah, exactly. It's either 100% or I'm on the brakes. It's one of the two. But yeah, the one of the things that we worked on was actually, very quickly show you here, getting the throttle input to like 80% there, and being able to get to that and just know where it is through sort of muscle memory, which I managed it all right there actually. So yeah, so that you don't spin the car around. If, for example, that corner that comes up, the right-hander, sort of like 2 corners after the bus stop, the right-hander that loops the track back round on the uphill, you can be in second there if you're careful, third if you just want to floor it and gun it, but second is probably a bit quicker if you can drive it properly. Especially when the rear starts doing it. Oh, well, that's my problem, yeah, is once the rear starts going, I'm incapable of lifting, because I just think, well, the more that I lift beyond this point, I'm losing time. Right, I'm considering maybe it's the next race. I think we might start on the soft tyres. Might try and start on the soft tyres and kind of like battle through, because all that we're doing, it's difficult to overtake here. Kind of, anyways, because it can be easily back and forwards and lose a bit of time. We might be better off. It seems like everyone's starting on the hard tyres. We might be better off starting on the softs, get a couple of moves done, and then run in clean air, because we'd be pitting at a different time to everyone else. We might try that on the next one. What do we reckon? I say we might try it. We're definitely going to try it. Even if it turns out to be not as good an idea. Sometimes doing not the optimal strategy, but sometimes doing something a bit different is all you need. Bob's in this one there, look. Right. See how we get on. Predictions in as always. We start in P4. A podium has to be realistic here. And everybody's got a similar lap time, 43.6 in the top 4, I think. We're all 43.6 quali. This could be a really good race. Come on then. Here we go. Which way are we going to go here? We're going to go at the inside here. Might live to regret this one. We're definitely there, buddy. We're definitely there. Right, good racing that. We just managed to nip to the inside. As soon as I seen that those two were side by side, I was like, right, let's try and make the most of this. As soon as they'd cost each other on the exit. Again, they're braking too early, ending up too close to the apex too soon. Nah. Costing too much time. Contact there. Right, 4.5 seconds to the leader is quite a big gap that we're probably not going to close. If he is on the same tyres as us, he's obviously got way more pace. But if it does turn out that he's on the soft tyres, which is a possibility, then we might catch him later on. But he is absolutely rapid. Look at that, man. That is crazy. Just keep watching that gap. It's weird because I do gain in some places that I wouldn't expect to gain if he was on the soft tyres. I've lost loads of time there. Right, P2's the best that we're aiming for in this one, I think. P2's what we're aiming for. What do we reckon? Can we do it? Prime example there. Keep your foot in it. Oh, what is that? What is that? Interesting. Right, race leader was on the soft tyres, but he's only got 4 laps done, look. Interesting. This actually could be on, as long as I don't keep making stupid mistakes. Could potentially still be on. Just stop making mistakes. Oh, that's track limits as well. That's pretty brutal. That is. Surely not. Oh, my God. Don't drive like an idiot. Come on. Just well off the pace there of my own pace, never mind anybody else's. I'm in the lead, time for a celebration. Probably not for much longer though. I think it was the Portuguese driver, he's down in, well, P9 or lower. With a bit of luck, depending on the traffic, he might be losing a bit of time to some slower runners. Who knows? That's a killer though. That's a killer, that penalty there. Should have probably pitted on that one, to be fair, but the tyres were absolutely dead at the end of the last lap when we pitted on 6 before. Right, come on then, here we go. Don't muck it up. Right, onto the soft tyres, let's go. There's potential here for a race win, but it's very low probability, I would say. Very, very low. Here comes the guy who was the race leader, Portuguese driver. He's now into turn 1. We're going to be exiting the pits here. He's going to clear us, but can we close in on him or not? We've made quite a few mistakes. He's 7 seconds up the road now. He took more than 7 seconds. No, he didn't. He took 6 seconds out of us in 4 laps. That's going to be really difficult to gain 9 seconds in 4 laps, I think. What do we reckon? There's a couple of those mistakes from me have been really costly in terms of time. See what we can gain though. Well, we've taken out 2 seconds in this lap. We're going to have to take out even more than that in this lap and the next one if we want any chance here. Any chance at all. I tell you what, if I had pitted on lap 6, that might have been the difference as well. Fastest lap as well. 4.9's the gap now. .7. I don't think we'll gain 2.5 seconds on these 2 laps here, will we? But we've done pretty well. Hey, I mean, never say never, but to gain all this time on the last lap and get the overtake. Come on. We'll be relying on him making a mistake, I think. If we do have a slipstream here, it'll be so faint, so distant. .4. He's got a penalty. He's got a penalty. He's got a penalty. He's got a penalty. Come on. No, no, nah. I'm not having it. I'm not having it. I am not having it. I promise that was not us. I promise that was not us. I promise you. I so promise you that was not us. Oh my God, I so promise you I did nothing wrong there. You've got to believe me on that one. It probably looks debatable. I know that it looks debatable, but I know I did not make contact there. I 100% promise. Well, I wonder how that looks actually for you guys watching that on the replay there, on the stream. Honestly, I swear to God I didn't touch him. I swear to God I did not touch him. I think you can see on the stream quite clearly that I didn't. It looks like we come pretty close, and I think he's desperately trying to keep the power around the outside. And obviously on that point, he's at on the hard tyres as well. Looked like a tap, Bill. Don't even go there. I will disprove it. I will take that to the stewards all day. Oh, he might be slagging us right off in the chat though. But if you feel that you didn't, then you didn't. I promise. Normally, if I'm unsure, I will always say that I'm unsure. If I think that there was a bit of contact or I'm not 100% positive it was a clean overtake, then we will always give the place back. But I would love to know what the what this guy thinks. Is there an unlucky on there, or is that might feel like that's winding him up? That that might feel like I'm also winding him up. But that was genuinely a really good race, and that is why I love this combo, or this. That is, I'll start that again. That is why I love having the racing soft and the racing hard. You've got that big gap between the tyres, and you see just how quickly we closed up. Despite having made a few mistakes, it forced some mistakes from him as well. But when you've got that massive crossover on the tyres, two totally different sets of tyres, it makes that chase down all the more fun. And yeah, really enjoyed that. Right, I'm going to prove my innocence here, because if this becomes a YouTube video, I know for a fact everyone will be slating me in the comments. But I promise you, unless I'm about to be proven wrong here, I genuinely, definitely did not feel any contact. Dirty punter, definitely not. I knew I was going to the inside there. Yeah, that is where we felt the contact, is once he started spinning. Let's watch it from his side. does look like there's contact there. That does look like there's contact there. Watch it from my side again. We go to the inside. We're on the apex. There you go. No contact. No contact. No contact. I knew there wasn't. Get in. Clean overtake from me. Watch this again, just so we can see. You can count. Plenty pixels between the two of us. No contact. No contact. I mean, that is as close as it gets. That is as close as it gets. But look at that. Plenty space between. Plenty space still between. At that point, he's desperately trying to get the throttle down. And look at that. We give plenty space. He's starting to spin there because you can see him turning in. And that's it there, spinning. He's starting to go around. We're still side by side. There, he starts to spin. And by that point, he's gone. And there is where we make the contact. That is where we start to make the contact. And even then, the contact off me, when I hit him there, once he started spinning, was still very slight. He was already on his way around there. That is me trying to prove my innocence, but I would love to know what people reckon. Because from some camera angles, it ain't going to look good. And from others, it will look even worse. But from that one I've just showed you, we can see the gap. Buzzing with that. Right, let's jump straight back into another lobby. We're not going to have time for quali now because we've been mucking about having a look at the replays. What was the car that was on here? Type R, interesting. Out of curiosity, what's the meta car around here? The Atenza, as expected. We're already in the BM, so we're all good. Wonderful. As clean as a mop after wiping a toilet just after someone's had a massive diarrhea. Oh, God. I'm telling you now, that was a good, clean, fair race, that one. Good, clean, fair race. Right, where's Sammy in the wonderful world of qualifying then with that 30, with the 3.3? He's got to be still... Oh, he's not top 100. I'm surprised at that. So he's in top 200 then. Fair play to you, Sammy. Good, sir. What a belter. What a belter. Pacali, how are we doing? Hope we're all well. Did you catch the last few minutes of that race there, Pacali, or not? Did you manage to see it? Congratulations for the win. It was a clean overtake. See, you know the score. Absolutely it was. Never in doubt. Seen the last two laps? Amazing. Yeah, that was a good race, that. I enjoyed that one. Really enjoyed that. Roses, how we doing, buddy? Hope we're all well. Good race there, dude. Just fell off. Well, we were in mid-debate. I would love to get your thoughts. I don't know if you would have seen it in the race. But the overtake that we got on the last lap, last couple of corners there, for the race win, I would gladly send that one to the stewards if you want to take a look at that one, Roses. See what you reckon. But yeah, good race that last one. Bukali, I'm a full second slower than you. It takes a little bit of time, doesn't it? You've got to do a lot of... Well, I have done a lot of laps on this one, to be honest. A lot of laps. So I'll be going on the replay. It was clean, just unfortunate netcode. I agree. Yeah, I agree. The... He done well to hold it round the outside for as long as he did, though. And then I think just being on... I think if it was soft and soft tyre, I think you would have held that there. If we were on the same tyres, but it's just too easy to overstep on the hard tyres. Right, let's go again. Predictions in for this one then. What do we reckon? We've got P2. Can we go for the win? Can we or can we not? What do we think? Predictions in. Will we go forward or go back? And we're starting on the softs this time, so we're going to do something different. Now, I might regret this, considering we've just won a race against someone who done this strategy. But we want to try and get in front of Snurner here. If that's how we pronounce that. We want to try and get in front of him as quickly as we can. If we can just time this run in the slipstream. I'm going to have to just go for it, yeah. Wow. Well, he did not want us to get past there, did he? Oh, I believe there is a word for that, and it is called karma. I don't know if he deliberately tried to push us off there, but it wasn't a nice moment going into the chicane side by side, and then you get a nudge onto the grass. Not ideal. Nope. Right, we've already got a 6-second gap. Look at that. 6.3, 6.6. Oh, there's been a bit of a scrap and change of positions as well. .1. 7.4. Now, the chap that we ended up chasing down in the last race, navigate the chicane, he pulled a 6-second gap in 4 laps. We've got a 7.6 second gap to the next position in 3 laps. We can still bin it very easily though and throw all of that away, no doubt about that. Just lock in, should be good, absolutely. Am I going to drive one more? Do you mean do one more race? If so, then I think so. We're not at 10 o'clock yet, are we? I hope not. I'm enjoying this. Please don't be track limits. Please don't be track limits. Right, if I can just take the time now as well to mention while we're on, if you haven't done so already, please do hit the subscribe button. If you can hit the like button on the channel as well, on this stream, helps more than you know. Massive thank you to a few new faces that we've had in the stream tonight, as well as over the past few days. If you're new around here and you haven't yet said hello, please do so now in the chat, because everyone is a nice friendly bunch. And I'll tell you what was mega to see on a video the other day, is someone was asking about like how to sort of improve lap times and be a bit quicker in the game and get from, I think they said they were like C rated. And before I'd seen that, someone had already jumped in and started replying and commenting, and there were 2 completely brand new people on the channel, or fairly new people on the channel, which was just mega to see. In the comment section of one of our videos, so that's what we want to try and keep pushing and building. Right, might live to regret this, but I'm going to go one more. Might regret this, but we're going to go one more. What do you mean, Bill? Is that a typo? Do you mean to say drives nice? If so, then I would agree. For this track anyways, it does work out quite nicely in terms of gears. You're never, apart from this one coming up here, this right-hander, this is the only corner where you can kind of debate which gear that you would want to be in. And right now, on a brand new set of softs, you would be on 2nd gear there, as long as you can feather the throttle and all the rest of it. Right now we're going to be on full throttle, but in 3rd. That's probably another corner, to be fair, where you can be a little bit debatable on which gear to be in, but if you are in 2nd, you want to be careful. Right, let's go then. So we're going to have a 10.9 second gap as we go into the pits. 10.9. Now it is just a case of holding on to that as best we can and then potentially doing a bit of defending on the last lap. Oh, could you go for a lap or two in the Lexus? Sorry, I didn't see the message before. Drives like the M6. Got you. Oh, no. Look at all this traffic. All this traffic that we're going to be in because we've pitted early. This is going to be potentially a bit of a problem. Although they're 2.1, 2.2. That's going to be growing because they're going to have a much better exit out of turn 1 than obviously we do coming out the pits. 2.5. Hopefully they all pit within the next lap. Or at the end of the next lap. Gained 2/10 though to this group of cars here. I wouldn't have expected traffic. I should have thought about it though. Starting on the softs, pitting earlier. Right, this should be fine for us here, but this is providing... Ideally, I want these guys to pit this lap. Ideally. But then again, if they keep this gap that they're at, then we just have a nice slipstream out of turn 1, so not all bad, but we'll see what they do. Yeah, quite a few of them coming in now. There we go. That's all right, and it's not even. Look at that. Oh, beautiful. Not even going to cost us any time as they go in. Magic. Right, 9-second gap to the leader. Everybody that's in front of us, we'll obviously get the jump back in front in terms of them coming out of the pits. But what we want to watch for, we've got Closer behind us, and then we've got Snurner coming out of the pits on the soft tyres. Closer is the one to watch actually, because I don't know if he has been into the pits yet or not. Right, as we say, we'll get the jump on all of them in the pits. Right, where's Snurner now? He's 9.3. He's going to be closing, and he's going to be closing quick. We've got 4 laps. 4 laps with a 9-second gap. So as long as he's not sort of 2.3 to 2.5 seconds quicker per lap, then we'll be okay. Gap already down to 8.8. But I'm just going to try and not watch the gap, if I'm honest. Because that is asking for trouble. P1, did everyone else crash? Kind of. Nah, only the race leader we scrapped with. Well, it's actually this Snurner here, so when he's catching up to us, he'll probably be quite angry, I'd imagine. But it wasn't our fault, that. Definitely not. Right, this is where it's interesting. So we were 1.9 seconds off our fastest time, which was that 44.9. So as long as we can keep that within 2 seconds, then I feel like in terms of pace, we are doing okay. But this Snurner, look, has set a lap time, fastest lap, 0.2 quicker. Ironically, if he goes for a move around the outside at the chicane, we should just, let's just say, close the gap on him like he did to us and force a wheel onto the grass. Right, 6.5 the gap. Mahim, how we doing? Hope we're all well. Good to see so many people watching the stream. Do you know what? Yeah, the past couple of weeks, the past few streams have been absolutely mega on a Monday night. We've had kind of like 30 people, between like 20 and 30 people watching, which for this channel, that is tiny numbers to some, but that for this channel is absolutely mega. So it feels like we're getting somewhere, you know. Oh, big 12-second gap now. Look at this. So I don't know if that Snurner has just totally binned it all together. Which means for us, it's now a case of making sure that we don't bin it and holding on to the lead and holding on to a race win. That'll be 2 race wins in this stream if we manage it. Still a lap and a half to go, though. Don't speak too soon. Drive safe, absolutely. This next lap we can take very easily, which I'm going to try and do. How many times have I binned it tonight? Do you know what? Do you know what? Well, once actually, but that wasn't my fault. Somebody just stopped on track. But I did literally say the words right as I crashed into him. Do you know what? I haven't binned it tonight. And then drove into someone. Yes, absolutely, Mahim. Give the stream a thumbs up if you can do. If you haven't done so already, thank you for the reminder, buddy. Appreciate that. Come on, this is the victory lap now. This is the... wave to the crowd there, yeah. Your race winner for today. Let's not get too cocky, too confident just yet, though, eh? We'll take this nice and easy. Nice and easy. Sunday drive through the bus stop. Still 108 miles an hour. Not that much of a leisurely drive. And And same here as well, just to be safe. Nice and easy. Oh, I was still going to run wide. Yeah, I did have the crash in the worst race, to be fair, so that's alright. Right, wonderful stuff, wonderful scenes. Job is a good one. Magic. 2 in a row. Exactly. Should we try and go for 3? We do one more as the last race. We go in the Lexus, which is Bill's request. We'll try the Lexus. No guarantees though. Worse on tyres than the M6. Right, okay. Oh, you said 1 or 2 laps. Oh, you just want me to time trial it, you mean? Alright, well, we'll maybe do one more in the M6 and then we'll have a look at that after. I mean, what other cars are in here? Everybody's in the M6. The GTR didn't look that great, I don't think. So we maybe go for the M6 again. I will have a look at the Lexus, though, if you want. Right, one more race. One more race. Well, that worked out all right, starting on the softs to begin with, but only because we weren't fighting with anyone. Right, we'll get 3 laps here then. What do you think our lap in purple will be? And do you think we can beat the 43.683? Can we improve on that at all? M3 compared, I don't know, is there an M3 GT3? I'll be honest with you, I don't actually know. I can't remember if there is. It might be an M4 GT3. I need to double check, to be honest with you. Oh, well off the pace there. 44.3. I knew for sure it wasn't my fastest lap, but I didn't think I was that far off. Can't believe I was 3/10 up through it all the way there. Right, I'm committing. Ah, just overcommitted. Out of curiosity, though, we'll try and finish the lap. Yeah, there might be a GT3 M3, but I can't remember, to be honest with you. I don't actually pay that much attention to the game as much as you might think. Bill saying the M3's not that good. I mean, I don't recall it ever really being used in a daily race, so yeah, it mustn't be great. Handbrake on. Stable on the rear, but lacks the downforce and acceleration. Well, that ain't much good for a race car, then, is it? So yeah, no wonder no one uses it then. Right, a quick check on the subscriber count here. We're at 4,067, which is pretty mega. Pretty happy with that. Right, we're gonna start on the hard tyres again this time round. Then we might try and throw them off the scent because they might think that we're going to do same again and start on the softs, or at least Snerner. Anyways, he's gone and improved his time. I think 43.4 for him now. Yeah, 4,067. So considering we only hit 4,000 subscribers last week, we're starting to see, really slowly, we're starting to see that curve. I just need to try and stay consistent, which is the big problem and challenge for me most of the time. But we're doing our best. Right. Yeah, I don't think there is any difference between the M6 Endurance versus Sprint, but I do always question that, to be honest. Why is there two separate cars if they're both the same thing? So I'm not entirely 100% sure. Right, from P3, we've got the podium in the bag. Can we move forward? Here is to hoping. Fingers crossed. Let's go. Final race of the stream. Let's try and make it a good one. Oh, the Endurance has the fog lights, is that right? Ah, that would explain it then, wouldn't it? Right, okay, interesting. Right, come on then. Right, front runner is on softs. I'm 100% convinced of that. Front runner is on softs. I think he's going to try and do what we've done, which was start on the softs, build a gap, and go for it. So we need to bear that in mind. Our only race at the minute is this guy in P2. I'm convinced the race leader, because just the gaps that he's pulled away there out of some of those corners. Just what it seems like to me. Yeah, I'm convinced of that. In fact, I'm 1,000,000% confident that that is what he's doing. So, can't let him pull too much of a gap. But same for P2 here as well. Can't let him pull any gaps, just in case. Right, easy behind us here is right behind us. He couldn't get any closer if he tried. Come on, he's got 3.7 gap now. It's basically just minimizing mistakes on the hard tires, minimize time lost as best you can. He's gonna pull away. We've just got to accept it, and then just hope that we don't fall into traffic. when we get onto the soft tyres. And then just got to gun them down through what should hopefully be clean air. But good scrap, just trying to stay on the tail of this guy in P2 though. Eight tenths behind him at the minute, just trying to hold on. Come on. I am sick of the sight of this track now. I'm going to be honest. I will happily not see Watkins Glen for a good few weeks. Right, we're closing a little bit here. We've got him under 6 tenths now. A little bit of a mistake from him for the left-hander. Gap up to 5 seconds now for the leader. Caught a bit of the grass there, but it helped him get turned in quite nicely. He's still going to scrape the wall. Yeah, doing that 24-hour of the Nürburgring, exactly. Get this track off my mind. Another 200 laps of that, eh? Why not? 5.6 the gap now, or 5.4. Always made a mistake. 5.3. I think looking at the gap, I think we should be all right here. You know, once we get onto the soft tyres, I don't think we'll have too much to worry about. The problem's going to be this guy in front, who we've absolutely matched for pace the entire race here. There you go. Right, race leader goes in now on the soft tyres. Short shifting when we're in the slipstream, it does benefit in the slip. Oh, oh, he's had a similar mistake there. Second guessing. Right, we've got Easy behind us again. Right, whatever he does in front is what I'm also going to do. Right, he's coming in. Oh, he's gone wide! Oh! Get in! Right, he's made a mistake. He has made a mistake. He certainly wasn't selling us the dummy, because as soon as he realised he'd gone over the lines, it's what we done in the last race. We just thought, right, we're going to have to go for it now. Here we go then. Right, we've got Easy right behind us. He is now the one that we're battling for this lead. I think we will catch up to... Oh, you can't see him, but he must be P4, the net or provisional race leader. Oh, no, he won't be, will he? That is him in P1 there. Snerner is who I was on about, but he's back in P9 now. So he's made a big enough mistake that we've actually ended out in front of him. This is a little bit confusing now. Yeah, he's P9. This is a bit confusing now. So he must have binned it somewhere else. He's binned it since he's come out of the pits. Well, now it's just a case of seeing where P1 is, current P1. This is getting confusing now. Now that he's done his extra lap, it will, however, mean that he's got 1 lap fresher tyres at the end, which could be a problem. But if we get out in front of him, he could start scrapping with Easy behind us here. So let's see how this is going to... Let's see how this is going to play out. It's going to be interesting. There he is there. He's going to fall behind Easy. So Easy is now our battle for the race win. We've got to keep him behind. We've got to keep him behind. Closerer hasn't been in yet. As long as I can keep him above half a second, I'm fine with that, but he's closing a lot in the slipstreams. And I'm not quite managing to throw him yet on the way out of the corners. Right, closer I going in now. Doing well out of some corners and not so well out of others. Yeah, I think you're right. I don't think the Ped's anywhere, or Pred's anywhere near Easy. I think you're right. Yeah, this is the problem though. Easy's going to be right on us now. Oh no, he is. He's right behind him. Yeah, he is. He's right behind him. So those two are going to be scrapping before they get to me. Hopefully. Oh, there you go. They're scrapping. They're scrapping. Pred's got through though. I knew he had good pace. We were just keeping up with him, and we had the slipstream as well. So I know he's definitely got good pace, but they're scrapping now. Easy's back in front. That is a sketchy exit now. Come on. Got one more lap. My eyes are hurting because I'm straining so much. Trying not to break eye contact with the screen. Oh, don't run wide. I've had to lift massively there. I've had to lift massively. They're going to be right on me now because they're going to be able to bump draft each other. Oh, no, 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 no. Going defensive. Held the inside line there. This is the problem. Easy right behind us, look. He's going for it there. Come on. I think we've both got the same tyre life here, so we're going to struggle on the right-handers. Just defend it now. Just defend it. Come on. Just. Come on. Come on. Get in. That was mega racing, that. Honestly. What a stream. This has been unreal. This has been one of the best streams that we've done in such a long time. And do you know what? The past 3 or 4 streams, I've said that every stream as well. It's just got better and better and better the past few weeks over this past month. Unbelievable. 3 race wins in a row as well. That definitely doesn't happen very often on this channel. So 3 race wins and 3 awesome races as well. All of those have been absolutely mega. We literally cannot get much better than that. How about it? There we go. Well, I've got to give a shout out to Sammy because honestly, for the amount of laps that I've done, I want to be quick and getting race wins. But with his help yesterday, and we got a great video out of it and some of the tips and stuff that he's been able to show, we can see I've managed to put them into practice, get some good results, get a good quali lap down, which I very rarely do. And as a result, we got some great results. So really happy with that. Really happy. Yeah, shout out to Easy as well. That was such a good race. Such a good race. Really enjoyed that. Really enjoyed all of them there. Demo, look at that. He was in the 296. I wonder how he was getting on with that. That feels like that would have been a handful. Just from memory, but I might be wrong. I might be wrong. That was absolutely top notch. And I tell you what, just to round this out, because I know I will be using that for a video, that right there shows that Polyphony can do it. Like, they can actually produce mega combos. And sometimes we get a bit lost off, but a combo like that, guaranteed mega racing all the time. I know there's the chicane, which can sometimes go wrong, and it nearly did for us. In fact, it cost us a bad result on one of the races, but that there is how it's done. I think I just want to see more combos like that, where basically the racing soft and the racing hard, 2 completely different tyres. The crossover where everybody meets in the middle is just mega. You've seen us chase down somebody that was on the hard tyres when we've done the opposite strategy, and then we've started on the soft and been chased down by somebody on the hard tyres, and it's all about how the race plays out. It's not just one static race. It does come down to just traffic in front, whether or not you've made mistakes, penalties that you've picked up, people making mistakes in front, penalties that they've got, and whether or not you can get the gap that you so desperately need when you start on the softs, or if you can get the clean air that you so desperately need when you get onto the softs if you start on the hard. And it means it's a different race every time. And although we've had 3 race wins in a row, 3 totally different races every time, and they've been mega. So Polyphony can do it, and they've proven that they can. So there we go. That's my little rant to round off that. What do we reckon of that? That is a mega week of daily races. It really, really is. So I've enjoyed that. Hopefully everybody else has. A massive, massive thank you to everybody who's been tuning into the stream. New faces recently in the last few streams. We've had plenty new subscribers, plenty new people tuning in, which is awesome. If you're brand new to the stream today, please make sure you say hello so that I can thank you for tuning in. Mate, that was a fun race. Is this easy? Or is it not? DIT Ray 44. You're saying nice race. Let's play again sometime. I'm guessing then, were you Mr. Easy in that last race? I'm guessing that you were. That was an unbelievable battle. So enjoyable and really good. Great racing. Really enjoyed that. Yep, there he is. D Easy. I want to say Dr. Easy because you got the D at the front, but Mr. Easy or Easy. Yeah, unbelievable racing. Thank you for tuning in, mate. Thank you very, very much. I've just seen that you subscribed as well, so a massive, massive thank you for that. Hopefully we can have some more good races on a few more streams. Yeah, in terms of DR, look at that then. We are right on the precipice of A+. We are almost there. I think another podium or another race win might just tip us over the edge, but we'll try and save that for Saturday if we can. We've got manufacturers coming up, and we're going to be at, not Sardinia, because we've done that last week, we're going to be at Mount Panorama. Would you look at that? And then on the 6th of June, the following week, we have Nürburgring. It literally does not get much better than that. So yeah, I'll be looking forward to that. Massive thank you once again. If you haven't done so, please hit the like button on the stream and subscribe to the channel. If you can do, it supports the channel and helps a channel like this more than you could possibly know. Right, yeah, we'll do. Because Bill asked so nicely earlier, we will do a very quick hot lap in the Lexus. Is this the one, Bill? There's only one Lexus. RCF prototype or the GT317? Which one do you want, Bill? Let me know, let me know. What do you reckon? Which one, which one? $31 viewers on at the minute. Well, that's what it says on Streamlabs. 34 it says on YouTube. No, now it says 22. Massive thank you, though, because, like I say, those numbers are small to most channels, but mean a massive amount for a channel of this size. So, right, let's get a quick hot lap in. I didn't want to enter. I want to make sure that we're not entered into a race yet. Come on, then. Let's see what we think of the Lexus. Who knows? We might even set a faster time again. Well, we can carry a little bit more minimum speed through turn 1. You're normally aiming for about 85 there, I've come to learn. But we actually managed just a little bit more than that. I don't know if this means that we're going to be any good on straight line speed. Up to 6th. Oh, going to lose loads of time there just trying to keep the car in track limits. Catch that first snap. Yeah, Sammy Snake, absolutely. We had a great session yesterday, like filming session, where he was basically breaking down everything that I'm doing wrong and where I'm missing time. But we're going to make two great videos. He's going to do one on his channel, and I'm going to do one on mine, where we kind of carry on and try and put it all into practice. So. Looking forward to the video. Yeah, me as well. Well, I'm not looking forward to editing it because we were on initially. Oh, look at that, all the fours. On the actual session that we did together, we were on that for about 2.5 hours. Or definitely 2 hours. And then I was lapping earlier for over 2 hours. So in total, with the intros and all the rest of it, we probably got about 4.5 hours of footage to edit. Easy, I would say. Track limits, I had a feeling. Right, I'll do one more lap after this one. let's go. See if I can at least get down into the 43s with it. Struggling to put it together though. Yeah, I think I know who you mean, Mahim. I think I know who you're on about. I definitely know Hogston. Oh, that might be track limits as well, that. We've had some great racing with Hogston as well. Great races with him. Don't normally end up in the same lobbies very often. But when we do... Right, one more, because I'm addicted now to qualifying at this lap track. That's on the... Oh, I was just going to say again, that's very on the limit there. That one might be another track limits there. Yeah, it certainly is. Right, well, we're serving that penalty there. I'm going to say it's definitely not as quick as the BMW, but then again, I have done way more laps in the BMW, so I'm a little bit biased or a little bit used to that car way, way more. But you know what? I'm happy with that 43. I don't think it'll be long before Sammy's probably down into the 42s there. But yeah, we keep dropping down the world rankings now, but you know what? That's as high as I've been in a very long time, or if ever. So I am happy with that. Right, we're going to round it out there. Thank you all so much for tuning in. We're going to be back on Saturday for manufacturers. I didn't realise that this Saturday just gone, they were missing a week for the actual Gran Turismo World Series. And was it in Milan, I think? And so I was sat ready to go, ready to stream on Saturday. And then I was like, oh, no, it says entry period in 7 days for the next round. So I was like, oh, damn it. So that was a big waste of time, scheduling and planning all of that. But never mind. But that is what we're going to be doing next stream on Saturday. So we'll no doubt do some Daily Race C's again then, back at Watkins Glen. In between those races, enjoy the rest of your week, everybody. If I don't see you all on Saturday, then I'll see you next week for the next week of Daily Races. But hopefully we can catch you all for manufacturers on Saturday. Massive thank you again to all the new faces. Enjoy the rest of your week, and I will see you all in a little bit. Toodles!